RTI is a three-tiered educational approach that seeks to help students who are struggling in one or more areas that could involve learning or behavioral needs. Based on the level a student is on, they are given interventions with intentions to increase their rate of learning. By doing this, they seek to prevent academic failure. The student's progress is closely measured to make sure that they are improving.
Response to intervention can be thought of as a three-tier cake.
Within this cake, the first tier would be thought of as whole class instruction, being high-quality classroom instruction, screening, and group interventions. With this whole class instruction, you want to monitor your students as they progress and see what works best for them. You monitor them through their pro-social positive behaviors. You want to increase positive behaviors by including classroom rules or classroom expectations for your students. And you put this into place by teaching, modeling, practicing, and observing how your students respond to these instructions. You want early interventions to catch anything early, and you want to make sure you model these proper behaviors along with having good class management.
The next level is Tier 2. This is the targeted level. In this level, students lag well behind their peers, demonstrate weak progress on screening measures, and require some form of intervention. The goal is to provide support for these students to meet their needs, to keep them in class learning, and to avoid escalation of more intensive services. There's an intervention plan called the ABCs. The A stands for antecedent, and this one is to set up the students for success by teaching, pre-correcting, practicing, and scaffolding. The letter B stands for replace behavior. This is what we want the students to do instead. And the C stands for outcome, what happens when the students demonstrate the behavior or the skills. One plan of strategy is the check-in, check-out, which is where students of Tier 2 come and check in with a special needs teacher to see how they are doing and what they should do to do better that day.
The third tier of the response to intervention is intensive intervention and comprehensive evaluation. This tier focuses efforts on the needs of individual students who are experiencing sufficient problems in academic, social, and/or behavioral domains. Students are referred to a comprehensive evaluation if they do not achieve the desired level of progress during their interventions in Tier 1 or Tier 2. And therefore, they can be eligible for special education under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004.
To recap our presentation, response to intervention is a three-tier approach to teaching that utilizes intervention. The first tier is intervention for the whole class, the second tier is intervention for select students, and the third tier is intervention for individual students. When teachers are assessing their students at each tier in regards to RTI, they will ask themselves three questions. The first question is, who is experiencing a problem and what specifically is the problem? The second question is, what intervention strategies can be used to solve the problem or reduce its severity? And the final question is, did the problem or problems go away or decline in severity as a result of the interventions?